Everyone knows Stardew Valley, and now everyone is hyped with Coral Island. The farming life sim genre is now at the biggest state more than ever. Newcomers to the genre and old fans finally get the massive amount of farming games. But many people seem misguided in saying X game is a ripoff or a cheap knockoff of Stardew Valley. I hope by watching this short video you will know more about the farming life sim games and will be able to appreciate the genre more. Let me tell you the history of farming games in 4 minutes and 34 seconds. In 1996, Yasuhiro Wada made the first farming game ever called Bokujo Monogatari in Japan and got localized and distributed internationally by NATSUME as Harvest Moon. It was a crazy move by Yasuhiro Wada because in 1996, people are into action games, shooter games, platforming games, and of course, Super Mario games. He made a gamble to innovate a new genre, a cozy genre where you live a farming life, taking care of your livestock, planting crops, and pulling weeds. He shared in a GDC talk in 2012 that the game was almost cancelled because of the miscalculation of the team and he was about to give up. But then the main programmer Tomomi Yamatate and the scenario writer Satsuko Miyakoshi told him that they want to finish it, and finally they able to do it 6 months later. Thankfully, it didn't flop, and now 26 years later we can still enjoy farming games. Since then, Harvest Moon series got their own dedicated fans and they keep making and innovating from title to title. One of the fans is Eric Barone, now known as Concert Ape, the creator of Stardew Valley, but we can talk about it more after this. Marvelous, the team behind the series, also made some spin-off of Harvest Moon games. One is Innocent Life, a futuristic Harvest Moon, and the other one is Rune Factory, a fantasy Harvest Moon. Then, after 17 years, from 1996 to 2013, Marvelous decided to part ways with NATSUME and changed their partnership with Exit Games. But here is the confusing part. NATSUME somehow still own the licensing name of Harvest Moon, and the original creator, Marvelous, cannot use the name anymore. So they changed their international title to Story of Seasons, while NATSUME keep milking cash under Harvest Moon name, tainted the series with some questionable and soulless farming games according to the majority of people. So people are confused which one is the real one, and hopefully now you know that Story of Seasons or Bokujo Monogatari in Japan, made by Marvelous, it's the pioneer of farming games. The Harvest Moon games released after 2013 isn't the same Harvest Moon games before, and Marvelous decided to remake the old games to the new title. That's why the upcoming remake of Harvest Moon A Wonderful Life will be called Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life instead. In 2016, Stardew Valley was released and it became the biggest indie game ever. One man single-handedly redefining the farming life sims genre until now. But because of the massive amount of newcomers of the genre, many misguided people thought that Story of Seasons or even the newest farming game like Coral Island is a Stardew Valley ripoff or the cheap knockoff of it. While in the reality, the creator of Stardew Valley is a big fan and heavily inspired by Harvest Moon 64 made by Yasuhiro Wada. And here's the wholesome part about the story. At the end of 2016, Eric Barone or Concern Ape finally met Yasuhiro Wada, the man who inspired him to make Stardew Valley and the man who made games he grew up with. There, they talked together and Yasuhiro Wada even playing Stardew Valley with Eric Barone. I highly recommend to watch the full video on PC Gamer YouTube channel. I will leave the link in the description of this video so you can check it. So yeah, that's the history of farming life sim games in a nutshell. I hope you find it helpful and somehow make you appreciate the genre more. If you did, please consider subscribing because just like Eric Barone, I love farming games. I grew up with Yasuhiro Wada's games and I cannot wait to share my passion of farming games with you as we grow this community together. What do you think about this video? Do you have any story about farming games? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. In the meantime, I think you will also enjoy this video that I picked for you. I will talk to you next time. See ya!